Weishan lies in the western part of Yunnan Province. For centuries, caravans would come and go, bringing in untold riches. Thousands of horses have been traded. What stories have the caravans brought to this quiet town? This is China's historic towns. In 1952, King Bhumibol of Thailand gave a special audience to Maruji, a horse rider from Yunnan Province, in his luxurious palace. Maruji was just one of the thousands of horse riders from Yunnan. He has been known to leap onto rooftops and fight tigers and wolves in the wild on his own. He even had a very close relationship with military and political figures. How did he move from being an ordinary horse rider to a respected caravan leader? How was the legend of the caravans born in Weishan? Weishan lies west of the Bai Autonomous Prefecture in Yunnan and borders the city of Dali to the north. For hundreds of years, it has been an important transportation hub. To the east is Kunming, south to Pu'er, and west to Myanmar. Its accessible location helped create an inclusive culture in Weishan. Every morning, foods from all over the country are sold in street markets. The bun here blends flavors of northern China. Rice cakes from the southeast are added, along with green bean flour, creating a local specialty. There is another special dish here. Mr. Su's skilled hands combine 3 strands of noodles in a flurry of movement. It is said that he can pull almost 2,000 meters of noodles without breaking a single one. What is his secret? However, the noodles become soft and sticky as they are being handled. They can also break easily. It is said that these are the longest noodles in China. The noodle on this plate is 4,000 meters long. There is 15 meters of noodles in each bowl, so each plate can fill nearly 300 bowls. It is an economical and convenient food. Before, only restaurants were able to cook hundreds of bowls of noodles within a short time. For centuries, hordes of travelers would converge here to dine. Famous caravans used to meet here. Each driver had a unique set of skills and could drive 5 or 6 horses at once. They knew the sounds of danger from animals lurking nearby. The Hui caravan that gathered in a nearby village was one of them. At noon, the imam of the village recites the adhan. This village of only 1,000 people was an important stronghold for the Hui caravan. Maruji, the famous caravan leader, was born here. Ma's caravans traveled south and north, crossing all of Southeast Asia, allowing them to amass huge fortunes. The Ma family's luxurious courtyard still stands in the village. Only the family of a caravan leader could build such extravagant things like this. The walls of this building have special gaps, each only the width of 1 finger. What were they used for? It turns out these towers hide a bloody past. Ma's vast wealth made him a target of many bandits. These defenses were built to ward off intruders. This design is called the clear window and hidden gap. The small window was used for negotiating, while the gap in the wall was used in case the negotiations failed. When they did, a machine gun placed here would open fire. It is said that Ma not only had a vast fortune, but also close connections to the military. The plaque in the main room was inscribed by the Guangxi warlord, Bai Chongxi, while another was inscribed by Long Yu, who was known as the King of Yunnan. Ma started off from humble beginnings. So how did he go from being a poor horse driver into a wealthy caravan leader? He was a skilled horse racer who knew the sounds of birds and animals and how to ward off tigers and wolves. Such a fearless attitude made him famous on the Tea-Horse Road. Zhang Shuixian still clearly remembers his days of horse racing.
这个野兽它袭击马帮的时候，它会发出不同的声音。比如说，它发出的声音像公鹅的这个声音叫，这说明野兽离马帮距离很远。然后呢，如果是这个野兽的声音像这个母鹅叫的时候，这个时候呢，这个野兽呢离马帮呢相当近了。 这个赶马人呢就要做好防范的准备。
But sometimes the animals would creep up silently, catching its victim off guard.
野兽来袭击他的马帮，突然之间，全部他们的马帮的马一手跑到主人面前来。那么赶马人站起来看的时候，只看见野兽的眼睛像汽车灯一样亮堂堂的，然后呢。 它的火塘里面呢烧上草果，这个野兽也是相当怕草果味道，一有草果味道它也不敢弄来。
Black cardamom is a spice produced in southwest China. Although not poisonous, it produces a pungent odor when burned. Tigers and wolves are repulsed by it. Caravans have burned this spice to drive away wild and dangerous animals. Those traveling with the caravan often lived in the wilderness for several months. Roads were full of unforeseen dangers. Having a reliable horse was vital. The Yunnan horse, small but agile, is ideal for traversing rugged mountain roads, making it the best choice for ancient caravans. Weishan is their main breeding ground. Thousands of horses are traded each day, but how is their quality and value measured? You're watching China's historic towns. Weishan is still an important center for trading horses and mules. Every 5 days, a small fair is held while bigger ones come every 10 days. Today, over 2,000 horses will be traded here. Buying a horse is a complicated task. Strict levels of quality need to be thoroughly checked. Haggling over prices is a common practice. When it comes to choosing the ideal horse, everyone has their own theory.
路子要脚粗，马也脚细。
您说脚细了不容易摔跤？
脚细不会容易摔跤，
脚粗了反而会摔跤。
脚粗么得背了嘛，这不灵巧。
Even the children here know how to pick a good horse.
你给我说说看，你给我说说看。
这种学长这种身法就是花球课。
他是说这个几乎比较平是吗？
平的有学长毛色统一，起得好。
Only horses with circles in specific places are good ones.
这个是叫马龙犬，犬有着的身狗是胆性好一点。如果是没有这个犬是脾气不好。
The hair circles not only show its character, but are also a unique individual marking. Like human fingerprints, hair circles vary from horse to horse. It's the best way to distinguish them. Caravan drivers would often mix up horses due to their large numbers. Only caravan stops knew how to register horses by their hair circles to avoid losing any of them. For hundreds of years, Weishan not only provided caravans with good horses, but also a place to rest. Many old caravan stops still remain intact in the village. Mi De Run, owner of a caravan stop, is 88 years old. She took over her family's business at 20. Having had frequent contact with caravans from different regions, Ms. Mi can speak multiple languages, including English, Miao, and Yi.
VUVWX 华人，木造的，叫我木造标准。木造就是骡子面骡子。 哦，我们自己装那种，那么就我听得到描述。
On top of her multilingual skills, Miss Mi is also well versed in the lifestyles of the caravans. She says that there were many martial arts masters among the caravans.
对面报上就练请我们一个模板里头嘛，只有30个人，他们像猫一样呢，要工人一点，就一起来就上课了。
According to Ms. Mi, everyone in the caravans, both men and women, used swords, and many practiced kung fu. She once saw a horse driver easily jump onto the second floor of a building without making a sound. It's said that Maruji knew martial arts. Once during an attack by bandits, he jumped onto the dome of a mosque to escape. What drove the horse drivers to learn kung fu? Zhang Xian, a caravan veteran, tells the crew about one breathtaking experience.
就说这些土匪，他把脸部化妆成花脸，那么打扮成花脸以后呢，他看着他们是驮茶叶到下关的肚子，就没有抢他们，而是跟在他们的马帮当中，一处一个插起来。
Bandits were rampant on the T-Horse Road. Anyone who didn't know kung fu would be easy targets and could be killed.
马上有一个当过兵的，他的武艺非常高强。这个退伍军人呢，就说一把这个土匪的枪就从街上就把它截过来，截过来以后呢，2个赶马人就把这个土匪呢按住呢，就用一枪把它解决了。
These breathtaking stories happened in a mountain pass not far from Weishan. At that time, thousands of horses would cross here every day, bringing with them not only goods and materials, but also bandits.
这条路相当陡啊！
当时出境微山唯一的通道就是这个关隘，那边关隘上就有一个很深的马蹄窝。
这个马蹄够大够深的。
有28厘米吧。
Experts say it would take at least hundreds of thousands of steps in this one place to create an imprint like this. Every day, Hundreds of caravans pass through this remote forest, taking a rest in the wild. How could their safety be ensured?
为了保证我们的山队行人从那个关隘通过，而设立的一个保护性的一个工事，现在只剩遗址了。当地政府就是派了这个保安团，配备武器，在这里作为一个永久性的工事，保护着山队和行人的这个安全。
Now the fort is deserted, but who are the people that stood guard here? The crew finds the answer in the town. Ho Pin Chow is an old tailor. His grandfather was the commander of the Business Protection Corps.
保护他们就是做什么创业啊、夜市啊、夜报啊、小百货啊，就这个运往边疆了嘛。把边疆那一些出厂了嘛，也运往内地了嘛，就是嘎保护他们做生意。
In order to protect trade routes, some prosperous towns and large firms hired professional guards. All members carried guns, making them a powerful force that contributed to peace on the T-Horse Road. What were these tools used for? How was 100 kilograms of stone carried? What did the caravans do in their spare time? You're watching China's historic towns. On top of weapons, shops in Weishan sold many special tools to the caravans that passed through. Today, antique shops still display these goods.
这个是什么东西啊？
这个就是马帮对应的这个仿新的刀啊，还有这个筷子都是象牙做的。它这个象牙呢，它防毒的。一个有毒的东西，那个菜呀饭，你把这个筷子放进去，这个地方去喝啊，这个筷还会开裂的。
Of course, if a horse fell ill, it would be taken care of.
哦，它这个是喂马，一个是马，它不想吃东西了，伤风感冒，就用这个东西的蛋给它吃，喂给它吃，伸到它嘴里面喂给它吃的。
Today, there are few traces of the caravans in the town. These tools have become antiques, but some of them are still used today.
放进以后这样子一刮，它就断了，断了以后接着再放，再一点，这中间的一个点就2两。
Today, one rarely sees these types of weight beams being used, but its manufacturing process has been preserved in Weishan.
挑一个这个秤砣放在这里，称什么东西可以挂在这里，一个秤砣你打过来。
This huge weight beam is 1.5 meters long and is as thick as the arm of a small child. It weighs either 4 or 5 kilograms. 2 people are needed to lift the goods. What is it used for?
10公斤，这是200，这个也是200，这个150，这个是100。像这个的话呢，大的那些销量比那个小的要大一点。最大的就这个，最大的就250公斤。山区那个交通不方便那些，好像当称猪啊、称粮食那些都用这些的。
Different weight beams were used to weigh different goods. The biggest could be used to weigh pigs. From these items, one can get a glimpse of the flourishing trade the caravans engaged in. During the busiest times, 4,000 people traded here. How did they carry so many materials? In another village, the crew meets a man who bought a horse at the fair yesterday.
这是去哪去？
我们该拖石头。
There are very specific ways to package goods. The methods differ for carrying salt, tea, and stones.
这一拖的有多重啊？
有2几百斤。
一天它能拖多少回？一天拖20趟。
15趟。
If the goods are not packaged properly, it will hurt the horse's back and can lead to pressure sores and other injuries. The sores can itch terribly, preventing the horse from working. The terrain of Yunnan is unforgiving and rough. Travelers need to be able to keep their balance or risk falling into the canyon. Maruji relied on the skills he learned in Weishan to overcome the dangers along the road. He delivered firearms to military figures such as Long Yun and Bai Chengxi to fight the Japanese during World War II. He left his footprints all over Myanmar and India. His business grew bigger and bigger, but Weishan remained his stronghold. Every evening, Mr. Zhang likes to practice the horn in this tower. After 600 years of hardship, Weishan still maintains its chessboard-like layout. The Great Gate and the elegant tower still keep their earthly character. When a sizable caravan reached Weishan after a long journey, they would stay for a few days, enjoying the town's hospitality.
水的流在下边，这样加茶叶，一锁，放茶叶了。
It's said that shaken tea was a pastime enjoyed by the caravans. To roast shaken tea, you need to heat a local clay pot on fire, put the tea leaves in, and then turn and shake it.
好，要这样的。
这个已经有点糊的味道了。
When the burning smell appears, boiling water is poured into the cup.
抬起来嘛。好的，你看，不是打雷一样的声音，砰砰砰砰砰砰。如果烤不好，水倒进来，撇，这叫婆娘。
It takes skill to roast tea. The shaking and turning part adjusts the temperature. Roasting can remove the coldness from raw tea, making it more suitable for transport. The chats in front of the fire also ease the homesickness of the traveling caravan. Although the caravans are long gone, they have left deep traces in Weishan. In Weishan, people still venture out after 11 o'clock. People here stay up later than other nearby villages. Perhaps it's due to the never-ending stream of caravans from the past, many of which were looking to relax after an exhausting trip. Either way, the traditions of a rich nightlife still remain in the home of the caravans.